cricket, and lacrosse, while flag football and squash will be played for the first time. Players will hit the field or court to compete at the 2028 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. That's going to be the first time the Olympics will be held in the United States since the Winter Games in Salt Lake City in 2002. And it's not the first time new sports have been added to the Games. 4 were added to next year's Games in Paris, including breakdancing. Well, that is tonight's CBS Evening News. We will continue to update you on the breaking news. I'm Nora O'Donnell. Good night.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, call Crocker Law Firm.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 6. I'm Morgan Hoover.
And I'm Chris Allen. The weather today has been on the kind of gloomy side, you know, with all the clouds.
Cloudy, yeah.
Yeah, no drizzle, no rain, just clouds. But they're starting to clear out now from west to east. They're here before sunset. 4-hour clouds and radar together, not showing anything on radar, but those clouds slow in scouring out, but they are drier air now coming in from the west, beginning to push the low clouds, the darker side of things you see there, to the east. And right before sunset, of course, now we get a little bit of clearing taking place, and that will allow temperatures tonight to fall into the mid-40s as we become partly cloudy with a calm wind. A look at a warmer Wednesday coming up in the 7-day forecast. Morgan?
All right, Chris, and it doesn't seem that those clouds kept anyone from coming out to the Bowling Green ballpark tonight to audition to be on CBS's Survivor. Lots of folks are lined up, ready to audition to be the next big reality star. News 40's Carlisle Coppins is live at that event right now. Carlisle, how's it looking?
Hey, Morgan, we are in downtown Bowling Green at the ballpark where hundreds of Survivor hopefuls have been lined up since 11:30 last night. Speaking of Survivor hopefuls, I'm here with
Chelsea Gata.
And where are you from, Chelsea?
Pella, Iowa.
So what's motivated you to be out here tonight?
I'm just a dedicated perseverance person, and I want to prove to my son that through hard work, dedication, and absolute grit, you can do anything in life.
So what do you got here in the box?
This was the treasure chest that I found out in Utah for the annual treasure hunt. I hiked 130 hours digging through the Wasatch Mountains, and I came up with $25,000.
So do you think this treasure chest is going to bring you some good luck?
I'm sure hoping so.
So what do you think is going to happen? Do you think you're going to be the next hopeful survivor?
I think I have what it takes, so there's a pretty good chance.
Okay, Morgan, you heard it here first. So if you want to come down and be on Survivor, get here before 8:30 tonight. Back to you, Morgan.
All right, Carlisle. Well, BG Pride is happening this weekend. The event has grown enormously in the past couple of years with contentious policies such as Kentucky SB 150 being enacted. News 40 reporter Tucker Covey went out to learn more about the LGBTQ community here in Bowling Green. He joins us in the studio now with the details.
Yes, Morgan, BG Pride is set to take place this weekend, and this year there is a new place available to those 18 and up in Bowling Green for the event. Although many of the local bars are open and accepting, Landon's Sugar Shack prides itself on being something different altogether. Landon's Sugar Shack, started by Landon Marsh, is the first and currently the only gay bar in Bowling Green. It is meant to be an open and affirming place for the growing LGBTQ community to congregate.
It feels so surreal just being a gay male in the community as well, being able to provide this for the community. It's so surreal just that we have our own space to go to and feel comfortable and just feel accepted and welcomed, because you know, just during these days and times, so many places aren't accepting.
For many, such as Landon's manager and drag performer Justin Barnett, this year holds even more significance than previous years due to the ban on drag performances in neighboring Tennessee and elsewhere.
It's empowered me to do more personally, and through my being fueled, I have fueled others, I feel like, to get more involved and to take more of a stance than they probably have ever taken. So, you know, you think that empowerment leads to stifling us, it just makes us want to be louder.
To the local LGBTQ community, there is now a place for them to freely congregate during BG Pride. But it also represents a place that is for and about them not only in June or October, but every day of the year.
We have somewhere to turn to that we know, not just on one weekend out of the month or out of the year, really. We have somewhere to go constantly. And, you know, that's something that'll make this year even more special.
BG Pride kicks off on Friday with multiple bars hosting events with the Pride event from 12 to 5 on Saturday and events hosted across downtown Bowling Green on into Sunday. Morgan?
All right, Tucker. Well, the Simpson County Sheriff's Office is gathering support for Chief Deputy Brad Harper, who was shot in the line of duty. This Sunday from noon to 3, Cotton Barbecue will be at the Simpson County Sheriff's Office offering lunch to the community. The proceeds from sales will go directly to Deputy Harper's family to help pay medical bills and any other necessities he may have. And there is a new foundation on the rise, providing limitless opportunities and making a big impact on the students in Warren County. The Education Foundation is cultivating spaces for the students to build partnerships with business leaders and community members, creating a better future for students and the county.
And the thing is, we trust Warren County Schools that they're going to do a good job. And we contacted Warren County Schools because we knew that they would make sure those funds got to families and children that were in need, which I think is the most important part of our community.
The Warren County Public Schools Education Foundation has already begun investing in the students of Warren County. News 40 will keep you up to date on the future of this foundation. And as we dive deeper into the fall season, we all know what's out there crossing the roads without a thought. News 40's Michael Ridgway joins us in the studio with a scoop on those guys who really don't mean to cause you any trouble.
That's right, Morgan. This time of year, it's not uncommon for you to see Bambi and the rest of the family trying to make their way across the street. But we all need to be very careful because a run-in with a deer can definitely run you a few bucks.
This is the time of year that deer are really beginning to move, and they will be crossing roads pretty much everywhere in Kentucky. There's no safe place from deer in Kentucky. Doesn't matter if you're in town or...
October, November, and December chart the most collisions with deer. So the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet put out an antler alert, urging motorists to exercise caution, especially in wooded areas.
In Kentucky last year alone, we had more than 3,000 crashes reported. And many of these crashes go unreported, so the number of actual crashes involving deer is likely a lot higher.
Running into a deer can cost you a pretty penny, and it makes for a bad day in many cases. But the best advice in a split second?
Most fatalities come really not from hitting the deer, but trying to avoid hitting the deer. So oftentimes it's almost best, as much as we hate to say it, to hit the deer and keep yourself and the folks in your car safe.
Why are they on the move so much, you might ask? Well, it's mating season.
Oftentimes bucks are chasing does, and they're a little less concerned about personal safety as they go through that process. So that means we need to be a little more careful for them, I guess.
Along with trying to find a partner, habitats are changing. The leaves are falling and crops are being harvested, so they're moving elsewhere for food and shelter.
So you put all those factors together and it really makes deer, or it gets deer moving much more than they have been.
As we move through the end of the year, everyone's message is to just be on alert.
Just use basic common sense this time of year and be careful.
Speed limits, put down the phone, things we should be doing anyway, but particularly between now and the end of December when the deer are really moving.
Just another note for our viewing area. According to District 3, Barron and Warren County have the most deer-related crashes. And if you do happen to hit a deer, if you didn't know, you can take it home with you. Fish and Wildlife just asks that you call your local conservation officer and get a disposal tag. Morgan?
Good to know, Michael. Thank you very much. In health news now, a milestone 40 years in the making helps a child who's been waiting for a life-saving procedure. The Norton Children's Heart Institute performed their 100th pediatric heart transplant yesterday. The 9-year-old patient has been on the waiting list for close to a year and is currently recovering. Norton is the only pediatric program in the state of Kentucky that is capable of doing heart transplants. They are among the top 50 programs in the country. One doctor explained what it means to provide a service that isn't available anywhere else in the Commonwealth.
It is very important to be able to provide that locally. We are the only program in the state that is capable of doing that. And we are doing that with outcomes that match those of the best programs in the United States.
The doctor says it's also an extra bonus to be able to give a transplant to patients like this 9-year-old who has been waiting for a long time due to the emotional connection the staff has with these patients. And more than 64,000 Americans will be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer this year. Many times the disease isn't diagnosed until it's too late, but researchers are looking into how artificial intelligence could help with early detection. It's expected to become the second leading cause of cancer deaths in the U.S. by 2030. And many times, pancreatic cancer is a silent killer.
Patients typically present at a stage where the cancer has really won the battle, so to speak.
Dr. Ajil Goenka with Mayo Clinic says nearly 70% of patients with pancreatic cancer face death within the first year of diagnosis. That's why early detection is critical. But he says many times small pancreatic cancers aren't detected on CT scans until it's advanced to an incurable stage.
That effectively makes imaging as a final frontier in our quest for early cancer detection.
Goenka and other researchers used imaging data sets from past CT scans of those diagnosed with pancreatic cancer to create an artificial intelligence model that they hope will help aid in early detection of small tumors that are currently difficult to detect.
We are very happy with what we have achieved so far, but we are also mindful of the fact that we still have a lot of work remaining to be done.
The models are being tested, and Goenka says eventually they'd like to get to a point where they can present their technology for review by the FDA.
We are prepared to fight a long battle to be able to overcome early detection of pancreas cancer.
Still to come on News 40 at 6, the divisions among House Republicans were on full display today as the full House met to vote for who the next speaker will be. The latest details in just a bit, but first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is in after the break with a full look at our forecast. That's coming up next.
WNKY News 40. Broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby. Cut back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, ma'am. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
I'm a nurse and a single mom of 5 kids. Budgets get tight, especially with costs right now. But Andy Bashir crossed party lines to cut the income tax, putting more money in the pockets of families like mine. It'll make life easier for me and for so many other Kentuckians. Governor Bashir really cares about people, and it shows. He puts the needs of working families first, and it's making a real difference in people's lives.
When Daniel Cameron says he absolutely supports bringing back Matt Bevin's ruthless Medicaid plan, Cameron threatens to take away coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians and punish working parents.
This sounds very similar to something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely. But when Cameron said he'd back Bevin's war on teachers and take taxpayer money from public schools to give to private schools instead, he'd punish Kentucky's kids. Cameron's absolutely wrong for Kentucky.
Dog Stay Out is South Central Kentucky's 5-paw rated dog resort. Whether for the day or a whole vacation, Dog Stay Out will keep your pets safe and loved. Dog Stay Out offers boarding, daycare, agility courses, positive reinforcement training, grooming, and more. With multiple packages to choose from, pamper your pup any way you see fit. Find out more at dgOKY.com. Your dog's home away from home. Dogs Stay Out.
At Horizon Pace, I have one doctor, not 4 or 5. And if I need to talk to that doctor and he's not with another patient, he'll come and talk to me. Everything's going real good. I come off of about 19 pills down to 7 now, and I love it. I wouldn't do without it right now.
Horizon Pace is the face of your healthcare. Contact us for more information.
I wake up every morning asking, what's happening in the world? Why is this happening? And how do we answer that question?
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan makes starting a claim easy. You don't even have to leave your couch. Done. Just dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. Now back to this.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, of course, we had all that cloud coverage today. Didn't make it look too nice out there.
Yeah, and it's starting to clear up now west to east, and I think tomorrow we'll finally get some sunshine. Good, I hope so.
Yes.
And warmer temperatures that we were supposed to get today. Right now, it's only 58, and really, that's probably where we're going to end up as our high temperature for the day, thanks to all the low clouds. I do want you to notice here on this traffic camera, I-65 and Scottsville Road, look at all of this traffic going northbound. There was a 2-vehicle accident on I-65 at the 27-mile marker, which has slowed traffic down. They're just now cleaning that up. So you may want to avoid 65 north until you get past, say, the Corvette plant exit and then on up to 68, where you can get back on. 58 right now, as I mentioned, the dew point at 45. And if the sky's clear, then we will probably reach 45 or so for an overnight low tonight. There's your unofficial high, but it'll probably stay at 58. 72 is where we're supposed to be for today, and we were going to get close to that, but the clouds stayed tight and so kept us from doing that. 52 was our low this morning, 48 where we should be. Right now, temperatures are in the 50s, some 60s back to the west, and that's only because they've seen some clearing beginning to take place behind this blanket of clouds that have been with us all day. High pressure is going to start to build in across the area ahead of a warm front, and eventually a more southerly wind flow is going to start to scour out these clouds. The problem with today is that we didn't have enough dry air come in and actually act as a, kind of a Brillo pad, scouring out the cloud cover that was with us. Here comes a warm front along with a cold front that is going to start to move into the area late tomorrow night and into Thursday morning. That's when we'll start to see showers across the area. But like the last system, there's not going to be much in the way of rain. At best, a 1/4 inch of rain through Thursday into early Friday. But I think most amounts will be even less than that, and we could use some soaking rain around here. It's just not happening yet. 45 tonight, becoming partly cloudy from west to east, and then tomorrow we're looking at some sunshine returning. I sure hope so. 71, 70 with showers on Thursday into Thursday night, early Friday. Hopefully the rain will be gone by Friday night football time. 65, and then a sunny weekend with highs in the pleasant mid to upper 60s. And here's what's coming up tonight on CBS 40.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher. Superior dentistry comes standard at Chandler Park Dental Care. We're dedicated to providing you and your family with the highest standard of care. Give us a call to set up an appointment today and experience superior dentistry at Chandler Park Dental Care.
As Joe Biden destroys our economy, Andy Bashir defends him.
I don't want to be critical of what the president's doing, because at least he's trying. We at least ought to give the president some kudos.
And a big thanks also to Governor Andy Bashir.
He's trying to help us.
Biden's bankrolling Bashir's re-election, funneling $250,000 in donations. Bashir and Biden, or Trump and Daniel Cameron. Trump's choice, our champion. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this ad.
Is your search for a new home on hold because of high interest rates and high monthly payments? Jago Homes has your solution with a low 4.99 fixed interest rate and no energy bills for 2 years. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable year-round with exclusive Energy Smart technology. Learn why a new Jago home is more affordable than you think at jagohomes.com. Because life is too precious to be put on hold.
A big thanks also to Governor Andy Bashir.
Biden has a lot to thank Bashir for. Bashir pushed Biden's radical transgender agenda, even lied about sex change surgery for kids.
A big thanks also to Governor Andy Bashir.
Thanks to Bashir, fewer people are working than when he took office.
A big thanks also to Governor Andy Bashir.
Thanks to Bashir, nearly 2,000 criminals are back on the streets.
A big thanks also to Governor Andy Bashir.
Biden and Bashir, thanks, but no thanks.
Recovery is courage. In a culture where there's a stigma around recovery, I've learned to have the courage to tell my story to inspire courage in others. I know one of the hardest things to do is to have the courage to start recovery. I've gotten to live the life of my dreams simply by having the courage to say it is time for a change in my life. Find the courage to live a healthier you by visiting landmarkrecovery.com or call 1-866-LANDMARK today.
At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com.
Well, a new report from the FBI shows that violent crime in the U.S. decreased slightly last year, but property crime is on the rise. According to the report released this week, the estimated volume of violent crime declined 1.7%. The violent crime umbrella includes murder, non-negligent manslaughter, rape, aggravated assault, and robbery. However, the report also shows that estimated volume of property violence increased 7.1%. That also includes a nearly 11% increase in motor vehicle thefts. This year's report includes data contributed by more than 15,000 police agencies around the U.S., representing 93% of the population. For the first time since the House voted to remove Kevin McCarthy as Speaker, the full House met to vote on his replacement, but that just put the divisions among the House Republicans on full display. Skylar Henry has more details from Capitol Hill.
The Honorable Jim Jordan of the state of Ohio has received 200 votes.
Jim Jordan failed to receive enough votes to become the next Speaker of the House.
No person having received a majority of the whole number of votes cast by surname, a Speaker has not been elected.
House Republicans scrapped plans to vote a second time Tuesday after the first round showed just how far away they are from uniting behind a candidate.
No one in our conference wants to see any type of coalition government with Democrats. So we're going to keep working, and we're going to get to the votes.
The first round of voting put members on the record as to whether or not they support Jordan.
Rutherford. Scalise.
The outcome could lead to public pressure on the holdouts to get on board.
At the end of the day, we're in a position where now people can, they're out there. Their constituents will let them know whether they're for them or against them.
It's unclear what Jordan can do to win over the 20 holdouts or if anyone can get the full support needed to become Speaker. But the House is paralyzed until someone can get 217 votes.
Meanwhile, the Senate is preparing to work on a bipartisan bill to help Israel.
That includes military support, intelligence support, diplomatic help.
But clearly, the world has changed dramatically in the last 10 days.
But the measure won't go far for now, because the House can't vote on it or any other bill until the majority is united behind one speaker. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Well, stay with us. News 40's Maxwell Drink is back with sports after this.
The Fresh Timer starts the minute
minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Kroger, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've suffered a personal injury, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Daniel Cameron's staunch position allowing for no exceptions in the case of rape or incest. It is an insult to the injury that these survivors have already made it through.
I'm not the first, and I won't be the last. And there are other little girls out there that need that choice.
And now, Attorney General Cameron is demanding access to the medical records of Kentucky women who go out of state for reproductive health care without their permission. That's extreme, and it's dangerous.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan's fee is free. If you don't win your case, you pay nothing. It's easy. Just dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. I think I'm starting to get this.
I'm Stephanie Morton of Down Syndrome of Southern Kentucky. Join us tomorrow on News 40 at noon. Discover DSSKY's amazing events and impact on our region and this week's Community Driven. Wednesday at noon on WNKY CBS 40.
MeTV presents Svengoolie's Halloween Bonanza, a full month of tricks and treats. Featuring me. With special Svengoolie double features. With 2 times the terror. Spooky late-night Saturday marathons. It's chilling. A Bugs Bunny Bonanza Bash. It's creepy. And scary surprises all over me. All October long.
Hey, I'm John Dennis.
And I'm Julie Milam.
And I'm taking over Marquee Backstage this week.
We hope you'll meet us there.
At Kroger, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Welcome into sports. High school athletics are in action tonight. The South Warren soccer team is hosting Davies County in the first round of the state tournament after defeating Warren Central in the region championship. The 13th District Volleyball Championship is underway at Franklin Simpson High School between the Lady Wildcats and the Logan County Lady Cougars. The 14th District Volleyball Tournament starts today, and the 15th District Volleyball Tournament hosts its championship as well. Tune in at 10 p.m. to see all the winners from tonight's games. To the Hill now as WKU Soccer has 2 members of its team as Conference USA honors. Amber Barnett was awarded Defensive Player of the Week, and Maddie Davis took home the Goalkeeper of the Week honors. The Tops have just 2 matches left before the conference tournament, and the next up is a match with the Liberty Flames on the road this Saturday. The WKU football team is set to kick off against the Jacksonville State Gamecocks in just a few moments. The Tops will look to win their 3rd straight game in Jacksonville tonight before hosting Liberty next Tuesday. Ahead of the matchup, head coach Tyson Helton spoke on how the midweek competition is good for the program.
So I am totally for whatever we have to do to get our brand out there and to be seen. And I think in the long run, it's going to be a really, really good thing for our conference and for the group of 5, to be honest with you. I think the more we can get exposure, the better it will be.
The Kentucky football team dropped their 2nd straight game over the weekend against the Missouri Tigers. The Wildcats will have this weekend off with a bye, then will be preparing for a battle with the Tennessee Volunteers. After losing to Missouri, offensive lineman Eli Cox spoke on how the team will look to bounce back during their time off.
Just got to get back to work, you know.
wasn't our best foot forward in that game. Really just let things slip away from us, and it just goes back to the details and the discipline, and you build that in practice. So, you know, that's just something we're going to have to get back to work and get back to the drawing board during the bye week. You know, we have some extra time to focus on stuff like that, not as much of a game plan. So that's just really what we need to be doing through the bye week, focusing on those little things.
The first college basketball AP poll of the season was released yesterday with the Kentucky Wildcats at number 16. The poll has the Kansas Jayhawks and the Duke Blue Devils ranked 1 and 2. And last year's national champions, the UConn Huskies, came into the season ranked 6th. College basketball is set to tip off on Monday, November 6th. And the Tennessee Titans are set for their bye week after action in London on Sunday. The team fell to the Baltimore Ravens 24-16 and lost quarterback Ryan Tannehill to an injury in the fourth quarter. Following the Titans' loss, head coach Mike Vrabel gave an update on Tannehill's health.
So we'll see how it goes. You know, we've got some time here for our next game, and you know, Ryan will get treat round the clock, and you know, this will be a big week to see how he progresses, and then we'll make a decision on his availability next week and what we do then.
Sports, guys, back to you.
All right, Maxwell, Chris, what can we expect tonight?
Well, we're going to see some clearing taking place west to east, so I'll say becoming partly sunny, a low or partly cloudy. No sunshine at night, folks, 45, and then tomorrow we will see a high of 71.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Thank you at home. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.
Well, welcome to Family Feud, everybody. I'm your man, Steve Harvey. Well, we got a good one today. From Columbus, Georgia, it's the Golden family. And they're back from Memphis, Tennessee. It's the Nebo family. Everybody's here trying to win their